Hello, we noticed recently that you purchased our acrylic set. Yes, so I'm just going to go over a bit of a demonstration to show you what our products are about. Just go through each thing that you've bought and to explain it. I'm sure that you have a grasp on it already, but there's just a little extra effort that we put into our business to make our customers feel at ease and welcomed. So we noticed you had purchased an array of products, and I've gone ahead and gotten them out. Now the first thing that you bought that we're going to talk about is this acetone. Now this bottle is pure acetone, and this is to take off your fake acrylic nails on yourself or your client. You never ever want to rip your acrylic nails off, okay? You always want to soak them off and to let them come off very gently in an acetone soak. And this can be done in a dish where you would place your hands. This is not the same thing as nail polish remover, because many nail polish removers now are non-acetone, so they do not dry the nail. This is only used to take off your acrylic. Another helpful thing that you have purchased as a beginner and as a learner, everyone needs one of these, is our fake plastic hand. You can practice anything on this hand, whether it be acrylics, 3D art, nail art, just using the paint. Anything you can do to a real hand can be done to our fake hand here. It is a bit hard to work with, but before you begin on a human client, it is important to get your skill down. You can also practice on yourself before. Now, the acrylic powder you have purchased, this acrylic powder is from Supernail. Acrylic powder, it comes in all different colors. This one is a clear color. It's just a simple twist off top. The white powder is inside. Very fine milled powder. Acrylic comes in many colors. We also have baby pink, which is for the French style nail. There's glitter colors. Any color you can imagine is pretty much out there in acrylic. Clear is the most versatile, because you can always paint over your acrylic. And clear, of course, would be the most natural. Important thing to have also, and there are two kinds here, Snail Glue. These are two different kinds, but they're both quick drying nail glue, and you want to look for that. You don't want to just use regular super glue, because nail glue is meant for the body, but it still will stick your hands together. So you only need a minimal amount of this, and this is to attach your tips to your real fingernails to add length. So we have one by Beauty Secrets here, and one by Kiss, the smaller bottle. I find the one with the tips like this are much easier to use, and you can control the flow of product much better. Now, when you're working with your clients, you may be using these for personal use, and in that case, it's a bit different. You still would follow the cleanliness rules, but on yourself, it's not as serious. You'd still, like I said, be sanitizing things, but let's say you had a nail file of sorts or a buffer. A lot of places you should not use those types of objects twice. But if it's just for yourself, then you're able to use the same nail file. And this one is the one that have it in all different colors. There's different grits. This is an extra coarse nail file. But you can get softer ones that come in different shapes. Some are curved. This is just a straight nail file. And these are also files, more so buffers, and what you do with your buffers and your nail files. These are the buffers. You want to use a different one for each client. Never repeat. These are good to have in bulk for the reason I stated that you will be using them a lot. And what you will do with your nail file. A lot of people choose to file down solely with a nail file. It's much more work, but it's up to preference. It's important to have one, even if you do decide to just go with a drill, which you have purchased as well. Now, an important thing that you can buy anywhere, at your dollar store, you will need your paper towel. This is to soak up your extra polymer liquid because you don't want too much on your brush. And what you'll do is have it laying by your workstation. You will tap your brush against it and it will absorb the excess liquid. Now, this is our brand Star Nail, and this is the nail dehydrant. After you have placed your tips on your nails, you will place a dehydrant on your natural nail bed only, and that is to help the acrylic liquid and the powder mixture, your acrylic bead, to stick to your natural nail and to prevent lifting from your nail. Because if you have excess oil on your nail, it's really hard for the product to adhere to it. You will notice your nail getting dry after you put it on, but do not apply too much as to make your nail a bit unhealthy, but you want a good amount. It's definitely a thin line, so a skilled eye is important. This is the nail primer you have selected from Super Nail, and this goes over the dehydrant that we have just went over. This is to set the nail, to prime the nail for the service that's about to happen. Again, you only would place this on your natural nail bed and not the tip. It would not hurt the tip. It would just be a waste of product to do so. Now these are all the tips you buy. As you can see, there are multiple baggies. And with these multiple bags, you'll notice as you go through them that they are numbered. And the numbers coordinate to the size of your nails. Multiple bags. The smaller the number, the bigger the nail. Here we have a total of 10 baggies of acrylic tips. These come in multiple colors. These are in white, the ones you have purchased. Again, clear and white are the easiest to paint over. And white is, of course, for French style nails. And you will fit the nail tip to your natural nail. And you want to make sure that the nail goes wall to wall. That's most important. If it's too short on one side, you would go up a size. Always be careful in choosing the correct nail tip. Once you have applied that nail tip with your glue, you will notice you have very long nails. So you will need your clipper. This is a nail clipper. Now some people do choose to use regular nail clippers. I advise against that because it's much harder to get a clean line with this. You just do one swipe, a squeeze with the hand, and that motion pulls up a blade, and it's an even, easy slice. When you are working on a client, you want to always make sure that this blade is facing away from their nail so as to not cut them. Of course, you would do the same on yourself unless you're very experienced and that's your preference. You always have to be extra courteous to a client's needs. You also need a Dapper Dish, preferably 2, depending. I use just one, and I also have a separate one for cleansing the brush I use, but that's up to you. Your Dapper Dish is just a small glass dish where you will put your acrylic liquid as to dip it and to not waste product and to be cleanly, to keep the cleanliness up in your practice. These are very cheap and easy to replace if they do break. Only about 85 cents or so. Your brush comes in a cylinder container. Now your brush choice is very important. Starting out, you do want a good quality brush. So I chose a Kolinsky brush. These are made in Germany, as did you. And as you go on, you are able to work with a bigger brush. I recommend starting with a smaller grade brush, such as a 10, maybe an 8. But once you have more control over your brush, you can definitely do bigger brushes in the one bead method. Starting out though, I wouldn't recommend that. It's very, very hard to do. The acrylic can also be used on this brush. That's of course to apply the nails. And let's say the acrylic beads. Once you're done, that they're stuck, okay? It's kind of built up in the brush. That's where your acetone would come in. And you would soak your brush in that acetone, and you'd be able to get that extra buildup out. When it comes to that, you will need these two tools, which are just cuticle pushers or dotting things, anything kind of sharp. This would be for getting stuff out of brush or corners. And this one is more scoop shaped, and this is great for when you soak off your nails to remove that extra buildup, because it's not rough, it's smooth at the end. It's very soft and it won't cause any abrasions. So those tools are important. It's important to keep them clean as well. Now this is your professional liquid from Super Nail. The smell is not too strong. Every nail product has a smell. It's important to use good ingredients. You want to never use any MMA acrylic. That's dental acrylic. It's very harmful to the nails. But this is the liquid that you dip your brush in, and then you place into your acrylic. And these are all very standard products. They pass all types of tests. So there's no MMA in any of these products. Now, this is your drill that you may have. And this drill comes just like this and has a turn on and off and speed. There are different drills that you can use where you could power them with your feet for the speed, or handheld ones. This is a handheld and it attaches to the wall directly. They also have some that are just boxes where you turn it up from the box. And this comes with your different tip sets, your different drill bits, from your more rough ones to your more subtle ones, a bit softer if you want to go slow. And you want to keep your drill moving at all times as to prevent burning on the nail, the burning sensation. So keep that in mind. Always ask your client how they're feeling and tell them if there's any discomfort to tell you. And the last bit you did not purchase, but it's completely optional. Here in this box, we do our collection of 3D nail art pieces. And they come in little baggies. And you can request a mix, colors, how many pieces. Just a bigger bag like this. Or we could fill a smaller one, such as this. We have all different things. Animals, Barbie, Hello Kitty, sparkles, rhinestones, spikes. The nail art world is so vast now that we have pretty much everything that you could want on your nails. So I hope that this was educational to you and helped you find out some information about the products that you have now. Great. Well, we hope to see you soon and with your fabulous nails.